Hi dear Twin Flames, it's Marta from the channel Pop Paper Love. Today I'll be speaking about my mental health illness, and it's called schizophrenia. And I spoke about it in one of the videos about psychosis and how I overcame about my story of the twin flame journey. And today I'll be diving a bit deeper into the diagnosis and all of that, how I overcame it. For anyone who is new to this channel, you can subscribe. I'd be happy to help you. I mean, I'm a coach, so I'd be happy to help you. And of course, I dealt with many issues on my journey, so just stay tuned so you can hear how I dealt with them. So basically, I shared in the videos about psychosis, about my psychotic experiences, but today I just want to share that I'm mostly symptom free. I sometimes deal with the negative feelings, negative symptoms, like I have a bit of lack of motivation and sometimes lack of emotions. But basically, I overcame the delusions, I overcame depression, I overcame social anxiety, and it was difficult when I was going through it. For example, when I went to delusions, I can remember me being in the hospital and I was thinking how I didn't need my glasses to watch to see people, and I mean, it was really difficult even to talk to my parents. They were really nice to me, even though I was speaking some nonsense, basically. But it's really difficult to even talk to someone who has delusions, hallucinations, and all of that. And if you have a family member, or a dear friend who is going through that, just be compassionate. Just listen to their story without judgment, and you don't need to agree with everything. You don't need to reassure them because they wouldn't even understand that it's not true what you're saying. So that doesn't make any point. I remember when I was in the hospital, it was really difficult. I think that being on the psych ward is really it can evoke some stress, you know. I think that people experience post-traumatic stress disorder after leaving mental health hospitals, because it's really traumatic to be there. Um, for example, I was there with lots of addicts, drug addicts, with lots of people with personality disorders, with people who broke the law and who were there for some reason, and it takes a toll on you. You know, I mean, it's really hard to spend your time when you're in that difficult state, and to spend the time with people who are also in the difficult stages of their lives. Of course, you can share many stories with them, and you can help each other to overcome it, but it's mostly difficult. Today I want to speak. I had many symptoms of my illness. You know that schizophrenia has positive, negative, emotional, cognitive, all of that symptoms. And for the most part, to overcome it, you need a team of many people who can help you. For example, I was going to a psychiatrist, I went to a psychologist, I had help from priests, from clergy, from twin flame ascension coaches, from trauma healers. So it does take an interdisciplinary team that can help you. Of course, you don't know that at first because you don't get much information basically here in Croatia about your illness. I think that the same is in the States also, or in any other part of the world. People just get pills, you know, medications, and they treat positive symptoms really well. But people, you don't even know about the side effects that your medications can bring up. For example, I was put on antipsychotics, one of them that caused really weight gain, and I was really getting a lot of weight, and so I stopped that medication, and then I was put on another one. And what this another one caused was basically it it could be because of the medication or because of my, I don't know, stage of life or something like that. But one of the possibilities is that medication brought me depression, and that's when I was put on antidepressants also. So it's really, you don't know much when you get diagnosed first. Of course, you don't know that psychotherapy can be really beneficial, just to talk with someone about your problems. I had psychotherapy for around 8 or 9 months. One of the symptoms that schizophrenia often has is demoralization. Demoralization is a state when you don't have the strength anymore to fight, when you just want to quit everything. And that was happening in my life when I was studying at my university. Of course, I studied four different things at four different universities, and I always had a tendency to start something from a new. I always wanted to just abandon everything and start something from fresh. And because I always thought that I didn't belong somewhere, or that it was too much for me to deal with, and I always wanted to like a fresh beginning. And I mean, in my case, it worked really well because eventually I did finish college. Yeah, I just want to share something else also with schizophrenia and working. Currently, I work as a sales assistant at one of the biggest fashion groups in the worldwide. Um, Work helps you a lot with your diagnosis, and I think it's better to be open about your diagnosis, that your employers should know what's going on with you. Because, for example, I had worked before, and I had to quit my jobs because I didn't share with my employers what was going on. And then it seemed like I wasn't the best fit for that role because it was too hard for me to work with people, to work 8 hours per day and all of that. So I think it's better to be open about your diagnosis. Even at my college, one of the colleges, I studied copywriting, and when I was applying to the school, they had a paper on which I could write that I have like some kind of illness. And of course, I didn't write that I have an illness, and that ended up really terribly because after only 2 months, I had to go back to Croatia, to my homeland. I studied in Germany, in Berlin, uh, and um, and it would be much easier if they knew it before. So I just want to share that with you. And now I think that only around 10% people with schizophrenia work. Um, I worked when I was really depressed. I worked in my family business, and if you can have something similar to that, I would advise you to work in protected environments at first, so you can start to get up at a certain time in the morning, so you can take more and more care of yourself. Um, First, it's really hard to work. I mean, even for normal people, it's really hard to work sometimes when they're just starting. But for schizophrenic people with schizophrenia, sorry, it can be really difficult to just even wake up in the morning. That was the case for me. But it will get better with treatment, with care, with support, and you can overcome it as well as I did. Yeah, this is like a sign from the cars. Yeah, I will be speaking more about everything good that was happening in my life regarding the diagnosis. That today this was just like the beginning, and I hope you will benefit from my videos. And see you soon. Bye.